Yo, can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes,
Yes,
you
Yes, you
can.
can.
Well, I'm gone. Power to the people. We are back to do maintenance. They didn't lie to you the day before yesterday, the night before, or last night. We back. We here. It's us. Keep It Clean podcast. You are tuned in. This is episode number 22. If you are a listener and lover of hip hop, you would have known that already. So, my brothers, we back. I'm your host, Nico. Got my boy Ray in the building. What's going on, man?
You know what I'm saying? We here with more caps in the stud closet, my guy.
All right, let's do it. My boy Ev, what's going on, brother?
what's happening? What's happening? Cold like that boy Jay, but I ain't no bitch like him. It's about
And my boy Bodega, what's happening, man?
What's good? I ain't got no fantastic intro. Shit, what the hell I missed?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. They might have texted each other beforehand. You know what I'm saying. We back, episode number 22. If you are joining us on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the page. If you are joining us on the DSPs, please be sure to like the page and add us to your library. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at the Keep It Clean Show. We got a slate of dirty topics, and we gonna clean them up, my brothers. The creed is to keep it a buck, keep it a bean, but most importantly, keep it clean. And without further ado, we have solos. I'm gonna start us off. Ben the Don. You are a bum if you invite women on a yacht and then expect those same women to buy their own food. I've been to bring your own bottle parties, bring your own weed parties, bring your own bud parties. Never been to a bring your own food party. Never. Especially not for the women. That was like in the club, the women got in free. Like it's always a free that comes with the women. And you know why? Because ain't nobody gonna get on your yacht if it's a whole bunch of niggas on it. So you look like an idiot when you invite these women on a yacht and then ask them, oh, y'all don't have enough money to DoorDash y'all some food to the yacht. First of all, does DoorDash do C options? Do they have boats on
That
DoorDash?
might be out of my type.
it must
You
be
know
a
what I'm saying?
carrier
I was-
pigeon
You know what I'm
service.
I thought I was missing something personally, but like I was just like, okay, well,
I'm like, I ain't like, cause Uber do the helicopter. I ain't know. Maybe they branched out. They said, hey, we got
They
the
expect that
motorboat.
drone service.
Like,
Bro,
what the
like,
fuck?
that's crazy, bro.
Nigga finna take the McDonald's from the land, walk it to the boat, and then drive it to you anyway. But yeah, that's all I had. Benadine, you're a bum. That shit was whack and corny. And all of you dudes who like find these weird ways to try and make women look, I don't know, bad for whatever reason, it's weird. It's just weird. There was no reason for that. There was no need for that. You knew them folks wanted to eat, and was you just not gonna feed them? You was gonna have bad women, fine women on your boat, and just that was that. You was just gonna have them on your boat. No food, no drinks, no nothing but liquor and drugs. Is that what we doing? Just weed and lick. That's all y'all get. You're a bum. You're a bum.
And that's even crazy. If I'm not mistaken, in the clip, he ended up saying like the golden rule that you don't do. That nigga said, "Man, we spent 12K on the boat. You thought we was gonna bring food?
Yes.
You never mentioned how much you spent because now we pocket watching you because you was pocket watching yourself too much, and you didn't skimped out on some of the enjoyment and excitement.
You look broke, brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
we
look
spent
broke.
12K.
Oh, you spent your last 12K on the, because you can't tell me you spent all the bread on the building and didn't do nothing on the decorations. That's what you did. You broke. And I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody to be calling you broke. I ain't saying like, you ain't got to do a band for band challenge. Me, I personally don't care. What I do know is if we do a satisfied woman challenge of like just in my presence being satisfied,
Satisfied woman challenge
I'm
is
banned from banning you.
so spot on something that's needed. It's so spot on something that's needed. Like, thank you. We doing quiet parts out loud right
That
now
was good.
because there's some of y'all that get really comfortable with this pseudo red pill. I'm not red pill, but I know about women. Y'all be doing a lot of talking, but it's always dry in the room when you around. And I can't figure that out. I can't figure out the part of why you don't know why they just don't want to be around you. But
the hoes be around because they got money, not because they good men.
Man,
telltale sign. Telltale sign.
And it's crazy because,
but this is the thing. If you know Shorty is around you for the bag, if all you do is run around flaunting the bag,
they don't know that.
No, they do. Because you didn't have nobody around you before you had a bag.
But they think because they made themselves, we came up, we did this.
That's cool. That's cool.
They think money washes the lane.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not even worried about all that. What I'm saying is, if you gonna lead with the bread, spend it
and keep it up.
Keep it up. Like spend the bread, pay the ticket that you gonna pay. Because these are the same people that's like, oh, you paying for it anyway. So pay the tab, brother. Stop being stingy on that bag and go ahead and spend it.
That nigga that you pulled over to be like, yo, bro, we gonna order something else, order the snapper, whatever case. You could have had that nigga do that order real quick if it was like that. If it was like that, you talking about some, you shouldn't be on the boat with 150, my nigga. You spent $12K on a boat and brought some bitches on that and didn't want to feed them. You wanted to make it a life event for you and your chat. Come on, my nigga.
You look crazy.
Come on, crazy. My nigga. And then you look into your man's like, yo, DGG, who got his own bullshit going on. Someone's like, yeah, man, you hear this shit. Oh, that's corny, bro. That's corny. It's corny as fuck. It's corny.
I think it's lame.
We gonna split the. Ain't both of y'all having? Why y'all splitting $150 down the middle?
Why y'all having 50-50 conversations?
I'm confused, bro.
Why y'all having 50-50 conversations? Y'all just spent 12 bands on the boat.
On live about a bitch's order, and it was less.
Hey, we gotta chill with that B word, brother.
Yeah, you're right. I apologize.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. You gotta, you know what I mean? But that was it. That's all I got. Ben and Don, that shit was whack. That shit was corny. Any niggas that thought that shit was cool, or any niggas that are trying to emulate that type of behavior, you're corny, and we need to grab you.
You ready? You going?
The truths you tell. Work towards having some authenticity to them. Just because you think it's your truth doesn't mean that it is the truth. The truths you tell should come with some authenticity, and the people that are around you should be able to fact check and verify that for you. And it's not anything other than saying sometimes that truth is simple accountability. Sometimes that truth is just you sticking to understanding you two are a human and you make errors, and you try to show the same love that you were expecting back. Make sure your truths have some authenticity to it. That's all I got right now.
Sure. Ev, what's up?
Well, damn, I guess mine kind of followed up a little bit. That's crazy. All right. Well, mine was I'm gonna take a different approach with this one. It costs $0 to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just for shit I be noticing with people in the world and just in day-to-day natures, man. It costs $0 to be kind. And I realized that because like some simple interaction. I was at Walgreens and like the lady at the cash register, she had a Pikachu tattoo on her forearm. And it was just like, hey, that's a cool Pikachu tattoo. That's cool. That's dope. And you can tell it lit her day up. Like it made her day just being recognized that she had that tattoo. And like we just have an interaction. She checking out my stuff. But I'm asking for stuff. She now making sure it's the best of it. I'm like, bro, I just asked for some Dutchess. And she like, oh, let me make sure they the best.
No, let me get the new joints.
It was like the customer service went up just 10 times. And it was where you could tell she genuinely was just happy. And was just like, wow. Like, and it's just like, for real, like it's $0 to be kind. It's free. You never know just what kindness does to other people, man. Like that's all. That's it. Just a simple keep playing, man. It's free to be kind, man.
Fact though. Big fact. What you got, Bodega?
Hey man, if you capping, this goes back to that DDG thing. If you capping, don't look to your mans to verify your cap. Don't look to your mans to verify the cap, whatever case. You know what I'm saying? You doing whatever you want to do in front of the women. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to Ray's point about authenticity. Listen, I can't verify your cap, dog. I wasn't there. I wasn't there for the cap. I don't know how far you need to take it. You know what I'm saying? The max I can do for you is laugh along. You know what I'm saying? You making a joke out of your cap that's supposed to be real life. We not the same. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Expecting your partner to match cap for cap in the spur of the moment is also insane too, bro. Just like you said, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know
where
what play
trying to
you're
go.
running right now. I don't know what play you're running right now. We ain't rehearsed this. This ain't in the book. This is outside of the bounds of what we know as game. I don't know what you're doing right now. Don't look to me. Don't look at me. I don't know. I can't have you. I don't want to get us off on a tangent, but just like that moment though, like where your homie, you might be out and he trying to get something going, and then it's just not going his way. Then he try to tap your shoulder. Don't tap me, nigga. Go handle that. Don't tap me. Go get right. Go run them suicides, brother.
Because especially if you haven't given the signal, like we don't even have an agreed signal, like the 2 blinks or the one where I'm supposed to know that I'm on your squad. Bro, if you haven't even worked out an agreed upon signal,
he just come from, yeah, man, you know this shit crazy. Whoa, I got a whole thing going on over here, man. Watch out. Watch out, man.
Oh. Can we finally have a discussion about addressing homies and letting them know you are not qualified to call me for 2-mans? Because I've seen you in action. You can't be trusted.
And
there's some homies that's moving around that don't know you're the one that cannot.
Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you personally, I've never ran a 2-man a day before in my life. Okay. I don't want to be close enough to my homies to know what they try to get off when the sexual activities come into play, because you got one time to do something that I'm gonna consider foul, and ain't gonna be no more 2-mans. It's gonna be 2 to your face real quick. Like, what are you doing?
Listen.
So sad that you assume that you have to end up in the same room.
Y'all don't have to be in the same room for the 2-man.
Nah.
It's just a situation where y'all both go on the mission.
That's an orgy, brother.
No, y'all not in the same room.
He described. I'm talking about what
Bodega described. Yeah. He trying to. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We're not shooting at no friends together. We're not doing none of that, bro. No.
You wasn't living life.
Play 2-on-2 basketball.
Nah. I was living life. A different life. I was living a different life. There was no time for 2-man nothing.
I said I was running 2-mans on the block. You know what I'm saying? We was.
all you want to get into that for real, but like
I was running 2-mans in a Dodge Caravan.
I be seeing the 2-man reels on TikTok, and like they look real funny, right? But I have no relation. I'm not.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't. Yeah, 2-mans is over. Like 2-mans was over in college for me. So
that's the thing. It was like never. Like I ain't gonna lie. I've never had the wingman experience, so I don't know.
I've never had a formal wingman.
Like I ain't never had none of that. So.
Never had that.
It's all.
I've had a woman be my wingman before. I have had that. I have had a girl like put me on and
the
smooth.
2-mans don't happen as often as they make it seem like on TikTok either, bro. Like it usually for most of the homies, it might at best be 2 situations max. Most of the time, the 2-man is him asking you, "Hey man, she got 4 over here as the homie, and I just can you set the pick?"
But you know, it's funny.
I just need you to set the pick so I can.
That conversation happens on both sides, and it's always hilarious. Like the way that both parties, the 2 parties that know they finna go get to it, they're like, "Yeah, but what your friend look like?" And you got to sit there, no matter what your friend look like, and be like, my man, you know what I'm saying? But that's also a funny moment, because then you also, as a man, have to say, "Yeah, my man look good," without saying, "Yeah, my man look good."
That's what I'm saying. They hit it with
Nah. Y'all talking about running 2-mans with ugly niggas? Is that what we talking about?
What man you find cute,
can I explain? Wait,
brother. Well, hold on. I'm not like other men. I'll be quick to tell another man.
No, for sure. Same.
I'm about to say. I will tell another man.
I'm just saying that's the funny piece, though. That's the funny piece of like just niggas being like, "Does your homeboy look good?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing."
Listen, nah,
The
I'm
best you
gonna
can
be
say
like,
is
yo,
the
you
best you
know,
can say is like you tell me and you send them the picture. That's the best he could do in that
nah,
moment.
that's too much.
You
The you
let
tell
me know
me
because I don't
is
want
the
to answer
setup.
for him. I don't want to
You
answer for him. I'm cool. I'm not speaking.
You tell me
y'all
it's
But
hilarious.
you saying you don't know when your man's is handsome or not?
I don't hang with no ugly niggas. You heard?
I'm saying this would okay then. So like you know, I ain't about to hit yo. Does your you know what I'm saying your homie look good? Nah, look here's this pic. You tell me.
You gotta let
She
it
already
fly.
retract. That's
Yeah,
it.
my man. Yeah, my
You
man's
done already
cute.
messed up the two man.
My man's cute as hell.
You gotta say, hey man, look.
Hey,
He
man.
medium
Now you
handsome.
see, look, now
You know
check it
what I'm
out. The only reason I wouldn't go that far is because she may be judging you now for that.
I'm fucking
Like, what you
around.
mean he cute?
I'm fucking around.
Hold on.
I wouldn't
But
say
if
that.
your man's coming with the confidence, right? He can mask up some of the ugly. You know what I'm saying? If he ugly, he
Is he
can
funny?
mask up some of the ugly if he comes
This
through
is
with the
true.
confidence.
This is
Which
true.
I've never ran
That's
into,
what's
man.
that.
But like, if you running one, you know, make sure you bring the
Yeah.
confident
The
homie.
confident homie. Yeah.
Ha-
Don't bring the
have y'all
homie that's
ever-
over there in the corner.
Have y'all
Yeah,
ever
that's
been
me.
asked-
I'm the brother in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to nobody. No way.
Love to understand.
Why am I here? Why you could have did this on your own? You ain't need me. It's slick. Like what you talking about? You could have left. You could have left. You know the
They could just go be sitting outside upset. Like, nah, I ain't hit nothing. We sat out here and smoked. I was talking about politics.
exactly. I hear talking about molecular structures and shit like that of the stars. You know?
Oh man. All right.
Okay. Have y'all ever been asked to take one for the team?
No.
Like out of the friend group, like they not
Nah.
necessarily like you gotta get with her, but more like set the screen, like move
Nah.
her.
I'm what you call a serial monogamous. I always had some most of the time. So it's like I wasn't never even qualified to go do that.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
And then if it was the vibe of like, oh yeah, we all going out to run around, when we got to the spot, I left. I
Let me
moved
clarify
right
my
around
question.
y'all.
Y'all's minds are hilarious. Y'all some of the worst. I just mean you just need to distract her. Like he trying to talk to old girl, but
I
her
ain't doing that.
homie keep getting in, like just entertain her.
You gotta know how to finagle around that, brother.
Yeah, no, I ain't never been told to run in the
I'm
front.
not
Go buy
in a
that girl.
situation
Go send
where
that girl
it's
to the
two
bar.
of us.
Send her to the bar.
I'm in a group because I don't like carrying conversation. No way. So like, it's not about to just be two of us. It need to be three of us. Two of y'all can serve as a distraction, and I can go outside and talk to security, and then stare in the sky for 20 minutes.
Talk to
Man,
security.
I'm gonna see, and
Talk
I'm
to
gonna keep it a
security
G.
hilarious.
Like, this is where you say you build.
But they can move like he smokes cigarettes and he don't. That's what's crazy.
and that's the thing. Like Nick, to your point about you got to learn to finagle that. Run interference. No, you now turn this into a game. Oh, I'm gonna try to get both of y'all, and I'm gonna make y'all work. Now.
But I have been in that situation where
I've
like,
been in that before.
Shorty's homegirl.
Fun.
But no, but you can't always do that because when her homegirl don't look like her, then it's like
Thank you.
I've been there and I have been there. I've been there to where it's like she know we getting into the vibe and her homegirl like because you ain't finna. It's like yo,
anytime she's wearing the purse across the body, she's not here to allow you to have fun. She is here on pure Dennis Rodman defense. Anytime the strap is across the body,
box out,
bro. That is a 3-and-D girl.
I'm really upset that like my mind instantly pictured. Like I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Thank you, bro.
You know, we all know.
That is Dennis Rodman.
But
that's
before
Tony
we
Allen
get to
locking down, bro.
Before we get too off topic, capping your raps because we ain't even got to a topic yet. Capping your raps. Who got a capping your raps this week?
I got one.
Let's do it.
Melissa Ford.
Nope.
So first off, let's go and get straight to it. Rest in peace to the legend Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Facts.
Rest in peace to him. As everybody know, he was found. He accidentally drowned while he was, if I'm not mistaken, in Costa Rica.
Yep.
And I believe he was trying. They say he was trying to save his daughter at the time. I think.
Yeah.
And that's what was in the drowning. So first off,
rest in peace
to him.
Thoughts and prayers, condolences,
family, everything. Now on to the bullshit. Melissa Ford, you did an interview on your podcast, Hot and Bothered, with him 2 months ago. All fair.
Mm-hmm.
But the bullshit that we own is at the moment he died, you immediately changed the title to Malcolm Jamal Warner's final interview.
It's nasty work, Melissa.
And
It's nasty, Ian.
that's nasty, the clout chase on that. So, and I want to say Cap because I'm gonna be real, like, because I think I've told Nick this now. I don't watch Joe Budden podcast in real time anymore. I'm about 2-3 weeks behind. So if I see something current, it's a clip.
Yeah.
And I saw the clip with that. So I don't even know if she's addressed it, because if I'm not mistaken, I think she missed the episode after, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think she's shooting a movie right now.
So I think she did miss the episode after when all this came out.
Yeah.
You ain't had a chance to clean it. So I'm gonna just say it's cap on whatever you gonna say to clean it.
I'm gonna call cap period on the fact that y'all was all over Adam 22 bumper when he did this to Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels passed away and they started reposting clips and doing all of that, y'all pulled him on that podcast and got in his ass about this exact thing that your coworker just did. So, consistency and transparency, man.
I will give them at least a little bit of leeway currently, only for the fact that, like Ev just said, she missed the next episode. So I don't know if they had a chance to address her like they plan on doing it in person.
That's just nasty off top.
Now, I will say this. I saw a clip, and that's why I say I did see a clip of her not being there, because Joe Budden mentioned that he mentioned that after the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, I saw a clip of him mentioning the death, and he did refer to her episode with him, and she wasn't there, because he said in the clip that I saw, if you all want to go see that, make sure y'all go on Melissa's page, and she wasn't there. So that's why I mentioned I don't think she was there the episode after.
Yeah, she ain't
mentioned it, but they haven't mentioned what she
the
did,
backlash or none of that.
because she's also changed it back since. She's already changed it back.
Well, then I wouldn't be tripping that much, because.
But it's for me, it's just the point.
No, I feel you. I'm with you.
She only changed it back after
the fact.
Yeah, right. And that's my thing, because it's what you was doing.
Yeah, nasty for the clout chase. Very nasty for the clout chase. But thank you for changing it back. We do appreciate you not standing on bullshit. So we do appreciate that. Bo, you got a cap in your raps this week?
Nah, man, not this week.
I do not either. Bray, what you got?
Oh, let's see. Someone this week had a conversation with me. I don't know this gentleman, but he kind of inspired what I'm about to say. I'm out. I'm getting some groceries. I'm down south with back home, whatever the case may be. And the conversation came up in the shop that I was in, talking about the files, all the files everyone's looking for, right? So, as usual, when you a black person in what seems to be more of a white area, sometimes you get those ones that kind of just approach you, that just want to know you. You don't know nothing about them, but it's just what they want to talk. And the conversation starts off with the Martin Luther King files are more important than the Epstein files being released. Right?
Yep.
And I felt it immediately. Then proceeds to tell me it's more beneficial that we know what happened almost at this point 60 years ago, because most people didn't know, forgetting that I'm black and we already had an assumption about what's going on, right? Then told me in detail, almost to the point of what pen color Obama used to write the new Epstein files, right? And we, so as we continue to go along, more so him, because I just want to get through the checkout line. He says, as a black man, you should be proud of how Trump has handled these, because he cares about kids more than Obama. And if it was Obama that was in the White House, we wouldn't be asking for this situation. And for the first time I spoke in this conversation, I said, good sir, I hate that you're in the space that you think I'm concerned about what Obama does. Take him too. You don't really feel that way. That's not how y'all act. Okay. So we just continue to go. Now, Trump cares about the kids. Did you know the Trump administration blocked a law that would have required clergies to report any sexual abuse, especially with children? It was supposed to go into effect today as we film, July 27th. And he came caring about the children and made sure that that law could not get out.
I'm surprised hats are still fitting on your head at this point.
Facts.
What's not a cap is, I'm lying, it is a cap. I watch TI videos all week just to know how to do this. His cap balance is tremendous. You feel me?
Oh man.
I see what type of time we on today.
Yeah.
The only truth that had came out that benefits at least that administration, and again, let's make it clear, if you were under the impression that I cared about the other side, I don't care what Joe do because he's just as dirt. But I love how that's y'all's excuse. What did come out about y'all after that 20v1, shout out to Jubilee and old homie that got on there, is y'all's real beliefs. Just say you like fascism, just say you like all the extra stuff, you autocracies, all those good words, right? Now, when you come back to me and you tell me the percentages are higher in Black communities than anybody else,
This nigga got like 30 hats on.
told you, more cap in the stud closet. Y'all were sleeping on what I said.
Gotcha. You brought it back around. I like it.
Cap
Okay.
in the stud closet, right? Just think about this as y'all replay that South Park episode where they have your hero, your Jesus Christ, roasting in bed with your Antichrist. Stop lying to me. Lie to yourselves.
All right.
And that's all from Ray. That's
Beautiful.
all I got. Look like Dr. Seuss right now. Was that cat?
Yeah, you look. Yeah. Facts. Appreciate you. All right. With that said, let's get to it, gang. So we got new music this week. Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist dropped Alfredo 2. Bodega, we going to you first. What's your thoughts?
Freddie, no one cares, bro. No one cares. No one cares, my nigga. No one cares. And you know, the messed up part is like you are a really good rapper. You just not good enough to get your cap off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some rappers who out there, like Rick Ross, for example, right? Rick Ross, when he raps, he paints these landscapes, these destinations for us to fall into, right? So, like, even though we know he was a CEO, even though we know his cap is so captivating that we're like, cool.
Oh, you know this nigga cooking. He's cooking.
Freddie Gibbs, you got one of the best producers in the game and capped for 12 records. Bro, we know what you like to do. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention such haram, but that greed is what the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spoke about in the Quran. You're not gangster. You're not Big VL. You're not People Nation. You're not 5 Point. You're not 21 Pyramid, my nigga. I can get with you on that for real. But like, it's none of that with you, bro. Just go make some good music. You dissing, bro. You out your mind dissing Currency, bro. Currency gave you the biggest boost of your career twice
ever
by collaborating with you, and you beefing with him because he ain't promote fit. He don't promote none of his tracks. He don't promote nothing. Currency just go make music. He put it out. Fans rock with it. Cool, whatever case. You dissing Currency on your best project. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Your rap not even good enough for it.
I'll follow up. So I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. You know, it sounded good. Raps were cool. But yeah, Freddie, man, we know who you are. So it's difficult to listen to gangster raps from a nigga that got punched on. You know, it's just difficult to do. And like nothing ever happened from that. But he grabbed your shorty, put her on his grant. Like the whole thing is just like a whole lot of violations have happened. And it's like when you come back talking about something, I'm waving the tool around. It's like, are you?
Your white shorty was in Buffalo throwing hands because you was getting jumped. You're a white woman.
As a Muslim.
Come on, bro. Let's talk about it, bro.
Her having more fight than him is crazy.
Come on, man.
bro.
You had to go rock a
genuinely
show
was crazy.
with that black eye, bro. That's and like didn't he get the hooking with Jim Jones and shit?
Yep.
He got
Yeah.
jumped by Jim Jones people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like it's Jim Jones. Like you
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
yeah, but
The only
I-
time Capo wasn't capping was when he was putting hands and feet on your ass.
possible, very possible. So yeah, but yeah, it's like it's cool, but I just like I don't want to hear you dissing academics. I don't care. I don't want to hear you dissing Currency. That doesn't even make sense. Like Currency is tweeting about what animal you would be if you could at the moment, and you're dissing him.
Why? But why did he? Did I miss something as far as why
he
was
didn't
dissing Currency?
promote Fetty, the album, they joint album that
From
they did
2018,
18,
2019.
yeah,
He said
2018.
It was a
Currency
great
didn't-
project, but I mean,
Yeah, he said Currency didn't promote the project. He didn't do no shows,
didn't
none
show
of
it
that.
for a video.
Which means that Freddie needed to eat.
Yeah,
He was struggling for financial aid, and his brother gave him a whole project, and it didn't aid him enough.
That was
Talking about
7
some, I'm
years
the
ago,
best
though.
with alchemy,
right.
brother.
But that's also
you're not.
Like you
But see,
dropped
I'm
music since then. That's
I'll keep
I
it,
guess
but
that's why
I'll
I'm
keep it a
thrown
man.
off by it. It's just 7 years ago.
More to Bodega's point, I think it's coming into that space of like the raps is cool. We all know the raps is cool, but you've gone like niggas have shown you to pretty much be a clown.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
folks have shown you to be a clown. So now at this point, you back. It's Alfredo too. He tried to get something going with J. Cole. Remember? He tried to do
I
that.
remember that.
He was trying to diss J. Cole. And then it's like now I think also with just the remnants of the beef of last year, it's like everybody's just trying to throw shots out anyway. So he like, yeah, I'm gonna just start shooting at whoever. And it's like, bro.
And we also don't like academics, but like
Yeah.
we don't like you too. So like
And it's, I'm gonna be real.
just cancels.
It's a weird thing. Like, cause I was listening to the project. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Like I fuck with Freddie. But is this one of those things where I have to be real because it's gonna be personal a little bit? Freddie, your approach needs to be just rapping and not talking about other things.
Mhm.
But you're an elder nigga now. You old too. So it's you got to do something to stay afloat. You now are in the Jim Jones bag, the game bag.
Yep.
You're in that corny rapper bag.
Yep.
And it's a little worse because with you as you got older, you became Mr. Baby Daddy. I know that sound crazy. What the fuck are we talking about? Niggas is supposed to have sense as they get older and get fame, and you became Mr. Trick. You became Mr. Twitter Honey, OnlyFanser. You became the guy.
Yeah.
The guy. You became clownish. But the thing is, you weren't getting a reality TV check for it. You were just getting the beats put on you.
You was just getting banned off Instagram.
That's it. You were getting locked overseas. Again, I should free you. You got out of that. Cool. But you had nothing. I remember, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When it comes to Freddie Gibbs, I remember when that nigga was being known for who his baby mama was. Because because his baby mama was the child of Eric Dickerson, a famous football player. That's why I remember his popularity. Like that was a thing. And then you supplemented it with good raps. You did your fucking
He did.
thing.
That's when Currency was out. That's when him and Currency was popping.
He beefed with
Jeezy.
Gotti. Yo Gotti. Oh, Jeezy. Sorry.
Jeezy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jeezy, that was a big thing. Yeah, because he signed to him, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just
And
you became as an old nigga, you're becoming the old nigga with good raps, but you still do clown behavior. Like you engage in Twitter politics.
You had
you had Pho on the album named Alfredo. Is about where I was at when I listened to it. It was cool. It was noodles. But yeah, it was noodles. That's all I got. That's it. You have fun. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
But no bullshit. All BS aside, taking away all of that stuff on a music level, I'm gonna give it to you as always. You did drop another good project. I'm gonna give you that. The content of some of the things you were saying, the cap that you got in there, it takes away from it.
Yeah,
So that's the honesty thing. And then hey, we don't know if you're gonna be Grammy nominated for this one. So stop saying you're gonna be Grammy nominated for this one because the first one was. Okay.
Yeah. It's not the pandemic anymore, brother.
Yeah. So
Um, keeping it with music, we also got new Tyler the Creator this week. Hey, my boy, yes sir. Don't Tap the Glass from Tyler the Creator dropped this week on what, Monday? Was that?
Monday
Yeah,
morning,
Monday
6
morning.
a.m.
Monday morning. I'll start us off. I'll rock with this joint. Dance album, straight to the point. It's gonna make you dance. I have my theories about it, but I won't tap. I won't go too crazy. I won't tap the glass right now. You know what I'm saying? Ed, what you thought about this album? I see you got the shirt, so we got to go to you
Yeah.
second.
Well, I rocked with it. Of course, everybody know I'm a big Tyler fan. Kendrick Tyler, my two of this generation for me. So whenever a Tyler project drop, I'm on it. I'm there. And right into it. It was a great project. It was. I wasn't expecting a project. I don't care. I was expecting the video for Sticky. That's what I thought was dropping when he came out with the announcement. Like, oh, a music video, because the fact he's already still on tour for
Yeah,
Chromacopia. And so dropping this very unexpected, very surprising because he went into another lane of his disco using his chords and synths and everything, things that he was already doing in bits and pieces on previous projects. But this time he kind of doubled down and just went full force on it, full force. And like he said, just something to dance to, not to be on the phone, something to vibe to. And I rock with it. It's something short, 10 tracks, 30 minutes. Have fun with it. Nothing. I feel like it's something not to judge harshly because it's in the method of dance vibe. He don't want you to judge it harshly, and that's the
yeah.
type of lane I'm in on it. So I rock with it. It was a good project.
Bo.
Subjectively, I mean, it's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like I was, also surprised by the album drop. Gave it a listen, gave it a car test. It ain't passed for me. But objectively speaking, I think it's really, really time to start having a conversation about Tyler just in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Last year, when Kendrick was like, fuck the big three, it's just big me. When I look at like the hip hop landscape, like the West Coast has the big three. It's Kendrick, Tyler, and Vince Staples. Everybody else, whatever case, whatever. But like for Tyler to continually to command and elevate his craft, it's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
So,
With that, real quick before I get to you, Ray. All of y'all that are going to find Tyler's old lyrics, we know. We've been known.
it was 2013.
It was
It's 2012.
2012, 2011, 2013. Bro was 19, 18, and 17. We know. We know. And we don't listen to that because all of the music from Flower Boy forward is like Tyler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's kind of I think most people understand like Flower Boy forward is what you go to for Tyler. And ain't nobody going to listen to Tyler, going to listen to Bastard. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, Ray, what you thought of this project?
I'm similar with Bodega on this one, man. Like it was cool. I can understand appreciating it when I ran it through. I can also say at the same time, like it may not be one that I necessarily circle back to, but I appreciate what it was that he put out and the craftsmanship behind it. I also didn't expect it because Chromacopia is still spinning. You're
Yeah.
like as you on tour with it, it's working. There's a mass amount of love. So for you to even put anything out during this time frame other than maybe a freestyle is very surprising. So it's just, it made me think a little bit. It's like, is there something happening? Clips had you on their album. Was this like one of those things y'all are doing it in tandems? Like it's this is the hip hop that we're seeing now. Like tandems might come out, set in places on whatever the case may be. But it was one of those. It's cool to see the work and you as an artist being comfortable with saying like, hey man, Kendrick's the best out the West. Salute to him. You give that nod, and then understanding your lane and letting that greatness represent what specifically that greatness is. You because he's the best at whatever that is for him. He's crossed over a lot. He's done all that. A lot of I will be honest too. I pulled up after the video dropped of him doing the freestyle and taking the shots at old boy, I was like, I was expecting something different subjectively. So I went in there thinking like, oh, he about to do his version of whoever it is he going at. And then so as I
That's
listened to it, I set myself up for failure.
it's funny you say
It
that. It's funny you say that because I think that's exactly what he did in his own
was great marketing.
way.
Yeah.
But I think whatever, like, I don't know who he talking to on this album, but that I'll Take Care of You is the most creative diss record I've ever heard in my life for whoever you are talking to. The nigga didn't even rap. He didn't even rap. He let the beat come in, let Shorty sing the hook, I'll Take Care of You, and then let Nuck If You Buck samples run throughout. I've never heard no shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dog. Shout out to you, Tyler, man. Keep being great, bro. Keep being fucking great.
Before we jump, I want to
Yeah,
say
go ahead.
something because it's something we need to kind of make note of. This year has been so ass for music that 2 separate weeks in July have been the best weeks for music in the entire year for hip hop. July 11th, when we had clips, we had a whole bunch of music drop that day, and then you have this past week.
Oh, we got new Drake this week too. Did y'all
Right,
know
we
that?
got a new Drake song too. Like, and we got. I would say, music is in a very bad state this year, and I think this is still, I guess, some layover of the beef, layover of the lawsuit.
I don't even think so, man. I think music is just I don't nobody give a fuck.
Too.
Like nobody care. Like half of the rappers, the biggest rappers, are not really worried about rapping. The biggest stars are doing other things. Like everybody, like it's a common Bodega. No, it's a common thing. Ain't no money in music, so it's like everybody get to music to catapult to the next thing. So it's like when it's time for me to drop music for y'all, I'll do that. But until then, check me out over here, check me out over there, check me out over there, check me out over there, and that's just like folks getting so much money elsewhere that it's like music ain't the.
Gotcha.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Keeping it going though, pop culture wise, y'all saw Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What y'all think? I ain't see it. What y'all think?
I have two takes. I have two of them, and one of them is how you look at it. One of them is just me keep it a buck. My nigga eyes, the four on my face right now. That movie was mid.
Okay.
When I put my nerd eyes on, from looking at it in the vein of comic books, looking in the vein of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all that, it's an excellent movie. Like, in comic book folks, gonna love the hell out this movie. Overall, this movie is motherfucking mid. And I say that as a person because, and again, subjective, I don't really care about the Fantastic Four. So I had no expectations. So I'm going in to just enjoy a movie. Like I said with Superman, I go in here like a little kid. I'm trying to enjoy myself. No holds barred. And I'm going to say this. I didn't really enjoy myself that much. It had its cool moments. To be a villain, a superhero flick, it wasn't a lot of action in my brain from what I was looking at and what I was seeing. And the villains just weren't all of that. I have a theory. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'm gonna just say I have a theory. Like with the MCU is, they were saying the MCU was woke originally. I think they're going into another trend over the last two films I've seen, and it's different. So, but yeah, I'm done. We can circle back if need be, but yeah, if y'all say something that sparked me, I'm gonna bring it back. But y'all do
Ray, what you got? Oh, go ahead.
Okay. The mid part is very accurate, and I think for me, mid meaning similar to what the homie Rose said in the chat. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's just mid.
It's just not. It's not like
you high. You just not high.
And even debatable. You smoke.
That ain't mid though. That's like
it's like it's one. Because your mind put you there. It's like you smoke. And
I smoke, so I know I should be high. I should,
but at the same time, it's like I guess ain't that bad that I'm here either. It's just like that. It was aesthetically beautiful to me. It was that, I think, especially that I like how the Fantastic Four had always given that Jetsons feeling.
Mhm.
It's old school, but it's futuristic at the same
Yeah,
time. And so looking at that, it was so cool to see what they did with it, and then the clash of just the cinematography. You went from that all the way until you warped in the Galactus' spot, and then it's like, oh, everything is harsh. It's very because in their world everything's all smooth, still the classical feeling, polished, and then you get over there and it was just magma everywhere, fluidity and stuff
yeah,
like that. So I think they had a lot visually there. I thought they undersold and overshot at the same time,
Hmm.
because they undersold what the Fantastic Four would essentially mean in this grand scheme of things, or what they're trying to do if you go by the comic book side of it, and then they overshot by giving the hype that came into it. This is the second Marvel movie in a row where it's like, yeah, it's a 90 some on Rotten Tomatoes, or what, like a high rating, expect that. And even if you go in there and try to take your mind off of that, it seems like it's setting that movie up for a standard it won't necessarily meet, because it was just cool. It was cool. You the end credit, you see what they're trying to do, but it was Dr. Reed pissing me off the entire movie. That's all. That's essentially what it was. He was just pissing me off the entire movie, man. And with the way that they handled the villain, knowing who Galactus is, bro, he would never go down that easy, man. Ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever, man. They pushed him.
yeah. And I mean, like
It was like
this.
they pushed him like you push a nerd into a locker. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
They pushed him.
Oh, that's lame.
You
she
did
was
this
she
whole
was
movie
never that
build up
strong,
to two-hand shove. All
bro.
right, man.
and
All
like
right,
and
bro.
like that's real. Like that's my part of the issue with the movie is like, okay, if you come at it from a casual standpoint, it's not good because you need to know who these people are, and you don't. Like if you've been following like the Marvel Cinematic Universe the entire time, but you started off as not a comic book fan, like you know what I'm saying, you started off with Iron Man, you didn't need to know who Tony Stark or Iron Man was to go watch Iron Man or to go watch the first Thor or Captain America or the Hulk or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? You could enjoy those as a casual viewer, but like you go into Fantastic Four, if you don't know anything about the Fantastic Four or about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's no context in this movie that's going to tell you who they are, why they're
That's a big
important,
point too.
why are they the way that they are, and the biggest missed opportunity in that is the baby. Again, if you have no context, you have zero context onto like the ending of the movie, and like you just don't know. And if you do have that context, if you're a comic book fan, casual, otherwise, there's not enough of the there's not enough of the pieces that actually tie the story together. Like to have point, yeah, I mean, or I think right, Galactus is not
Yeah.
Galactus going
Yeah.
down like that. Nuts.
And I will say, like the Silver Surfer character that they had, they kind of like wasted that. They wasted
Playing
that.
exactly playing into the
Shalabala, they wasted that completely.
playing
And,
into the
and
female emotions of
look,
that version of Silver Surfer and that being the catalyst.
man, and the worst part about it is you not telling us who your main characters are, because unlike to your Iron Man point, you didn't have to know who he was to go in there if you've never read the comics, bro. All they said was like, oh yeah, by the way, this happened, and now we have the Fantastic Four in that order. They
Yeah.
didn't show, there was no flashback, there was no there, when they
They didn't
set
tell
it
the
up like
story.
that,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
bro. No, they genuinely just said it would have been the same as said if you pulled up and we had someone say, this is the Keep It Clean podcast, it's Nick, Ray, Bodega, Ev movie. Like no build, nothing about how
Okay.
we know each other, who we are specifically. They just say, yeah, these four went on a trip, came back, and they were the Fantastic Four. That's literally how they said it. There was nothing
Gotcha.
else behind that.
And
So I
I
thought,
can understand like for runtime sake, like if you want to cut it out, because ideally, if you're watching this Fantastic Four, then you've seen the previous two from like a movie perspective, so that you should know the origin story. But like the whole reason why you're doing a Fantastic Four is because you don't like those other two movies. So like, you know what I'm saying? Is it Uchiwali or is it One Mike? You told us Oh yeah, they went up to space. They came down. Now they Fantastic Four. We didn't see any in spoiler alert, but we didn't see any of like
They didn't even show space
Ben's like internal
struggles.
conundrum
Yeah,
with being a rock, no longer being human, what it means to be human, the interaction. Like we didn't get any of that. Like we got like a smidgen of it when we were when he was interacting with the school teacher. But like that's one of the central pieces of the story, and we didn't get any of it.
I don't think I'm gonna be seeing this movie, guys.
Yeah, no.
well, you know what,
No,
and
no.
so I want to say something to
I'm.
that
I'll
point,
send you the.
specifically what
I
you just said.
watch it. Just don't pay for it.
But no, specifically to what you
got
just
you.
said, Nick. This is how I came to my understanding of it as being mid in my mind. Right, it was watching it myself and then understanding the kid's mindset. We might be older, and so we're looking at it as like what might grab our attention from movies could be a little bit different. And we also came up, we're now old school. That yeah, it's not as good as the last one, like the
Yeah,
last arc or Marvel,
yeah,
series they were trying to do. So we might say something like that. But when I'm chopping with little man, is you're watching it and it's just Marvel is failing to garner the kids' attention now.
mm,
The way that it got ours, the way that they did Tony Stark's, we were all Iron Man fans.
locked in.
You made kids be fans of a comic book series that nobody cared about
Yeah,
until we watched
yeah,
Tony Stark. Same
that's
thing with Captain America. Like we were cool on Thor, but you got us into the Hulk. Hulk's already popular, don't get me wrong, but you got the children buy-in. So then
yeah.
we grew up with you and we loved it through the entire way. Cool. They haven't been able to grab the kids with this recent set of Marvel releases, man.
Mm.
Outside of Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is one of those household names.
Spider-Man is
Always.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man is
bro.
like the Nike
Look,
of
bro, we gonna
Marvel.
always
It's
The
gonna
greatest
sell.
one, the best
It's
one.
gonna
always
sell, bro.
get
Like it's gonna sell. So
Yeah,
cool. And so now, even coming off of the Superman last week, is like, nah. DC went and found something. They kind of dropped it. The kids on it aren't even enthused. It's just cool. It was mid. That's
gotcha.
it.
All right. Well, no, that's that on the Fantastic Four. Bro, I know you got some political updates for us. So, my brother,
Yeah. I
floor is
want
yours.
to.
And I'm telling just for the fans, real quick. From here, it gets serious. It's very serious from here. Like we've been playing and having fun and shit. It's all politics from here. So lock in.
What I would like to do, I'm trying to think. Shout out first or save it for later? How would
Shout
y'all
out.
go with it?
Shout out first.
Give a shout out first. Okay,
Yeah, shout out
so I
first.
want to give a shout out to both the mayors of Baltimore, Maryland, and Birmingham, Alabama. I don't know if most people are paying attention to it, and if you have, just wanted to give them their flowers. Both have respectively lowered the crime rates in their cities so drastically. If you know Birmingham, Alabama, and Baltimore, Maryland, those are high murder rates specifically. Baltimore has seen the lowest amount of homicides in historical records so far as of 2025, man. The lowest in the history of the city, record lows. And same thing with Birmingham, Alabama, driving it down by 52%. Homicide rate has dropped, man.
Lovely.
So give a shout out to those brothers. That's going to be Mayor Randall Woodfin in Birmingham, Alabama, and then it's going to be Mayor Brandon Scott up in Baltimore, Maryland. So give them boys some flowers.
Salute to y'all brothers, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. And as we go along, I want y'all to know, the listeners, what I'm gonna try to do is find more stuff, and hopefully, if y'all got something, even if it's small, because just giving updates, that's the whole purpose. We may not always come across it. I mentioned earlier how Trump blocked the clergyman law. There's going to be more to that as well, because it allows the door to be open for the slipperiness of what is necessarily said in church, and eventually that might be a topic itself, because it kind of bleeds into things that say, if you confess to a crime, is it their duty to now report that legally and how you go about it? Or is there mode of confidentiality amongst what happens there, or even the reporting, having the priests who might have been charged of such laws, do they have to report like everybody else that's standing in those types of situations? And just be aware of that. And so that's it. That's what I have for the major pieces. As far as Texas goes, I don't think most people are aware that out in Texas, this is something I just learned myself, so I'm putting everybody else on. If there's any corporations that operate in Texas, they have to give a heads up if they're going to do a mass layoff. And so by a Texas act that they have in place, I don't know if it's like that for everyone else. They have to let the people know that they're going to do a mass layoff, and they have to present the number. It's called the Texas WARN Act, Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification. So for those that want to go see it, what you can do, let me share the screen. Boom. You go here, and this is the Texas Workforce Commission, and this is the WARN Act, and you can click on the year of when they're supposed to do the announcements. So as you come and go out of there, bear with me a second. Boom. You can pull up the actual file, which I also think is dope, man. So you can look at what companies that are gonna actually leave. You can sort it, and it gives you the amount of how many people are being laid off, what's the city name, what's the company name. You could do it in alphabetical order. My bad, we're having technical difficulties. I was going to try to present it, but what it's going to do is send you an Excel sheet, and it brings up every single company that's going to be doing layoffs. They don't tell you specifically who, but it's just enough of a heads up to know what's happening. So they can't lie to you out here, put it that way.
That's dope.
But
Appreciate you,
that's
brother.
all I have on that. Yeah.
Appreciate you, good brother. So with that, let's get into our politics portion of the podcast. Up first, we have, give me one moment here while I share my screen as well. And here we go. Let's do it. Let me make sure. All right.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
So, if y'all saw that, the man was asked, have you ever associated with Donald Trump around women under the age of 16 years old? And he invoked more amendments than I even knew you could invoke when you were trying to protect yourself with the 5th. I thought it was only the 5th, but he invoked the 5th, 14th, and some other shit. Listen, we've been covering this, and we're going to continue to cover this because these folks are lying very clearly. Donald Trump was asked by reporters last week if he was told that his name was in the Epstein files, and he said no. We found out from the Wall Street Journal that back in May, they told him, yeah, your name is all up through there, brother. Your name is in there mad times, actually. This is also after he put the FBI task force together to comb through the Epstein files to highlight where his name comes up. This is all happening. This is all true. Also, the Justice Department is on their way to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell about what she knows, which is crazy to me because it's like, why ain't y'all talked to her yet? But anyway, they're gonna go talk to her now and get some information. Yeah, go talk to her. Get some information, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm gonna keep it a bean, y'all. I think what's about to happen is she's about to give a whole bunch of Democratic names, maybe some billionaires, and Donald Trump is going to pardon her for like cracking the ring or whatever. She's also going to say that he wasn't in it anywhere, nowhere near it, which is like, but just think, this is also his man's, like, this is his homie. Why would she need a pardon? Yeah. Like, you got to see the games that's being played. So yeah, I think she's about to go in there, say Bill Clinton's name, say a bunch of other Democrats' names, say a couple billionaires' name, get pardoned, and they're going to be like, yeah, see, we told y'all wasn't nothing to see. Go ahead, Bodega. What's up? Or Ray, what's up?
Oh no, I was gonna say because it's probably going to tie in together, but even the talk of the immunity law that came up recently when he's trying to say Obama was lucky because he put in the immunity for the presidents, that executive order thing where they can't be charged for their crimes. I'm not mad at you thinking that they're going to try to list a bunch of Democratic names. I don't think they're going to talk to Ghislaine. I think they're going to holler at her, and that's where we're going to get the responses.
You think she's gonna get the Jeffrey treatment?
Yeah, they're gonna go holler. I don't even think it's gonna be that. I think it's just gonna be one of those where you're gonna say the statement. We never told you, but we told you what to say.
We got a handwritten for you.
Gotcha.
Because even with the pardoning pieces, like I don't think they have any other way for it to look like anything other than collusion, because you now put her in a situation. If the files aren't real and you're saying some of this stuff doesn't exist, you're trying to tell us that this stuff was written by Obama, which would have been just a couple of years ago, but you got me in prison for the thing that you're saying doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Two things can't be true here.
Yeah.
Two things can't be true here in this moment. So which one is it? So that immunity law, I believe, is going to really come into play. Not a law. I don't think it's a law, but what was it? An executive order, whatever he passed specifically for the president got out. That's going to have to be talked about, because I think he falls back on that depending on what she says.
And just real quick for the Jubilee folks that was watching, is Trump pro-crime? If you're pardoning people who beat up the police and pedophiles, you pro-crime, B. But that's all I got. Bodega, what you got for us on this one?
If you have not listened to Justin Scott before today, I would please highly go recommend that you do so. I know that brother be rapping very fast. It's hard to kind of keep up, but like, here's the thing: the Epstein list. Epstein is the dog and pony show. Epstein is the everyone, we talk about conspiracies and we talk about New World Order, and like this list somehow confirms that, but like, this is a dog and pony show. You can't be afraid of a dead man. You think anybody actually like afraid of like a dead man's list? The Epstein is the mask for the other people who can't be named. Fuck the people who are on the list. Who are the people who weren't on the list? Who are the people who are so powerful, so influential, so in control because they own the planes, or they actually own the island, or they were actually coordinating? Those niggas now on the list. Yeah. Who's that? We think Donald Trump care about Donald Trump got 34 felonies. 34.
Yeah, the folks we talking about, they ain't never getting caught up in that.
He has Shaq number of felonies.
Shaq Diesel.
We care about it. We talking about Epstein list. We talking about him being on Epstein list. He got 34 of them things. And whatever he wants to do, whatever he's going to do, however he wants to do it, to cover it up or to not cover it up, it doesn't matter. You want to why? It doesn't matter because it's in the service of the United States. And the Supreme Court just said, hey, bro, you as a president, you do something in the service of the United States, it's not against the law.
Back to it, yeah.
Like Ray said, Shorty can get, you know what I'm saying? She can get the same Epstein treatment. It's not even against the law at this point.
Speaking of Speaking of against the law, that walks us right into our next topic. We're gonna speed through this jump. Bear with me while I share my screen again. Peeps and people paying attention. One moment here.
I got Shaq number felonies, dog.
Craziness, absolute craziness.
That was off the top too.
Yeah. Good work. So this, what we're about to get into, is from a police stop that took place in Jacksonville, Florida. The police stopped a young man named William McNeil. What he was stopped for was for not having on his lights at the time and possibly not driving with a seatbelt. That's what the police told him. We're gonna watch the video. We're gonna watch the body cam footage, and we're gonna watch the video he put out, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Hold on. Watch the video he put out first, because that's general context in the conversation as well.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah, put his up first, and then because the way that it happened, because I have a piece about his representation.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is his video. This video we saw of him.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No. Don't.
Get on the ground.
Stop fighting.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
So while he brings up the second one, I just wanted to stop here because that's why I said I wanted to talk about the representation, man. Before we get into the rest of it, I kind of want to ask a question and just see where y'all's minds are, because here I can explain where my mind went. As soon as that came out, I knew Ben Crump was coming.
Okay.
I knew Ben Crump was coming, right?
Okay.
And where my question kind of lied in my head was more along the lines is like, damn, as soon as you see that name, you kind of have an idea of where this is going to go. And I can't tell if that's beneficial or not. Because he's attached his name to almost every single one of the similar situation, like the major ones that have hit the national level recently. And I'm trying to figure out, is his name being attached now coming to the point of sway in the negative direction to get a proper representation in the trial process, if there is one, or even the settlement process, or whatever the case may be. Like, now we see Ben Crump, we know what he's known for. You know where this might kind of go.
Yeah, that's a I don't know, because I don't know. I mean, I think it could be something to it. Like, he could be becoming the, like the Al Sharpton thing, where it's like, oh, they're gonna go get Al Sharpton and turn it into some race shit.
Don't want like that. But I'm starting to see that a little bit even from us.
It's
like
possible.
From other black people, where it's just like, oh man, Ben Crump, you know how it's gonna go, but it's playing it off like this isn't a serious situation, and just because he's represented that's what he does. He's a civil rights attorney.
Yeah.
Don't take away what he does. Okay, go on.
Okay, so this is the body cam footage from the police. It's going to be pretty much the same audio, but for the people that's watching.
This is okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
It's only 35. I'm proper driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For the 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What's your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No.
Two things: you're not wearing your.
All right, so those are the two videos. So from there, just to give y'all background of what's taking place from since then, Mr. McNeil was charged with resisting officer without violence. He pled guilty to that. He was charged with driving on a suspended license, and he pled guilty to that. He was also charged with having weed less than 20 grams. There's no word on plea for that. Following the arrest and detainment, he had a tooth fracture and concussion. And this is under administrative review for if the officers violated policy or not. So where I want to start, and we just go around the table first. My first question is, do you think the officers should be found guilty? And do you think they should be or not? Let's go Ev first.
I say they should be found guilty of excessive force, at least, or something of nature. Now, and the reason I say it is because from watching that video, and I will say it's very funny. The body cam footage, the body cam footage looks a totally kind of different way from McNeil's version, because with the body cam footage, you don't kind of actually see the punches.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
McNeil video, that's where you actually see it.
Yeah,
And it's like that's where you see like, oh, he like really and
yeah.
then on the follow-up, multiple. I would say with that review, I would say that was excessive force. That was unnecessary because hey, even if he was not complying completely, you already broke the glass to get into the vehicle. You saw in the video the man showed his hands. All right, what you want, and you still use excessive force of punching him. And I'm strictly talking about
The
the
punches.
punching.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is the reasoning for what I say is that I say he should be found guilty of something, and that, because in my knowledge, that's excessive force itself. So
for sure.
yeah,
Right?
We had this conversation in the group chat the other day, and I do want to start with saying I actually now, after that conversation, want to know their policy, because I found out after doing some research that some police departments have it outlined on what their necessary definition is of excessive force, which leads into their training. That should all be corrected. If your police policy, your department's policy allows for punching, I believe that needs to be corrected, because it'd
Quick.
be hard to explain where that's necessary unless y'all are genuinely squaring up in that situation, and that point is more of a self-defense situation, and I think
I,
those are separate. What were you
I
about to say?
I looked up their policy. It doesn't call for closed fisted strikes.
What
Open-handed
what does it
strikes.
call for specifically?
Open-handed strikes are okay. Closed fisted strikes to like the lower body, if
Yes.
trying to apprehend somebody, is okay.
Okay.
But like it's main they push for like open-handed strikes, but like closed-handed strikes to the faces.
So the second part, which I'll also ask you since you read it, because there are department policies that specify where said strikes could go and how that's supposed to be metered. Does theirs have that?
It says lower body. From if I'm remembering correctly, it said
No, just
lower body.
like sometimes they explain
Oh.
like what you can or cannot do in general.
No,
to,
I didn't.
Okay.
Nah.
I think the punches as they were trying to get him down on the ground is where I think the excessiveness start. Because when you watch the video, it was so fast, it was open-handed. The version or the video angle from his phone was open-handed, but it was still to the face. The video angle of the body cam when they're punching him as he's saying no, and they're trying to get him to the ground, because there was a series of strikes where I think from his angle you could see the officer whose back was to the actual camera throwing hands, but from the body cam footage, the ones that they released, it's hard to see the way that connected, but it looked like it did. I couldn't tell if it was really to the head or not because they swarmed him. I don't believe that they, based on the information we have to pay for any of the damages he sustained, because he did passively resist the entire time. And I think the context of the body cam footage of him opening the door to start it off, closing the door, locking his doors, and creating a situation that led to that. No. On looking further into it, and after we had the conversation, Nico, I do think he should be at least tried. I wouldn't agree with the situation of him just going off and there's no charges. He needs to be charged. That's where I'm at on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much in line with Ed for the most part. To me that the punch after they broke the window looked closed fisted to me. I'm not like, we did the reading and was trying to break down the segments of how this works. And when he closed the door and locks it, they have to gain access to his car. So breaking the window, hey, that's what that is. Punching him after you broke the window, for me, that's too much. It wasn't necessary. When he's showing you his hand,
really quick, the argument that they're presenting as the police side is that at the time that the punch was thrown, his hands could not be seen. That's what the statement is from their side. Their chief sheriff, because I don't think that's how they ran, but
it sounds good, but it's like his entire window was broken. Like his go ahead.
We just looked at the video.
That's why because it's like
us four just looked at the video.
His whole window was broken. So for me, it's like
the window broke, and he
socked him.
This.
Yeah,
you can't see his hands, but you went literally open hand nothing to this. Mind you, glass broke, punched. What the fuck is them cops talking about?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like for me, it's
the angle of the police officers. You didn't see their hands.
I mean, which it sounds
because the angle we have is inside. The angle that they had, you didn't see.
No, I mean we watched both, but like even in the second one, it's like you see him lean over into the car and get brought together. So it's like unless he had two holsters sitting right here, y'all seen him lean out the car. It ain't nothing right here. So when you saying we can't see his hands, you asked to see his hands after you punched him though. Like you broke the window, punched him, and then said, "Let me see your hands." So that's where it's like, and then on top, like he show you his hands, you pull him out the car. He's saying no, but he's not actually doing nothing to y'all, and then you still punching him. Get them folks off the force. For me, I don't need for me, y'all had way too many people there, and that situation was more or less under control. Like he's trying to get somebody else there to figure out how he can elongate the situation or play whatever game he's trying to play. Cool. But I didn't see no threat. And then as you broke the window, he's not scrambling around. He's not moving around. He just starts sitting there. And then you break it, get the door open, pull him out. It's like, he's not even doing nothing for real. So I can't see a reason to justify that. I also just don't see a necessary reason of just punching folks, like personally. Like if they fighting you, cool. But if they're not fighting you and it's more of y'all than them,
and that's the only time too, because I'm also on the side of the excessive force being applied because, okay, this wasn't a one-on-one, even a 2-on-1 if he's like a little bit sizable, but from what we just saw, there was at least 4.
Yeah.
And I know that's difficult to, unless it applies to this situation more because you had time to count before y'all broke in.
Type shit.
Now if they're swarming, I can't tell you to assess that in the moment, but if you see a patrol car or two that's already pulled up, odds are there's 3, 2, 4. Once you have the ratio there, you punching if one's on the leg, one's on the other arm, one's on the other leg, and now he getting punched, because I don't like that just in regular street fights. Don't hold somebody to where they can't fight back. Square up appropriately. So I think it's excessive because I can't tell if they released the name, and we also can't see who it is specifically. They're dancing around that too. Did y'all watch the sheriff respond to it?
Oh well, they had
the whole thing.
They had the subtitles. The cop who. So, and this is my thing.
And real quick, because we do got to get Bodega's piece before we.
But just to answer your question, the body cam footage from the cop. That's the cop who did all the punching. That's the one. And if you look at that footage, it has the subtitles with his last name. Because I'm not mistaken, his last name is Bowers. Because they actually haven't danced around it, if I'm not mistaken. No,
he's been he. I don't know if he's suspended or something, but he can't. He's be
on paid leave.
Yeah, he's on paid leave.
And the sheriff is administrative leave.
Yeah. And the sheriff is definitely saying our officers did everything by the book.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Bodega, what you thought about this?
Like at this point, it's, you know what I'm saying? What are we arguing? Because it's excessive. You know what I'm saying? Like what, to everyone else's point, you broke the glass, and his reaction was not to throw his hands up. His reaction wasn't to panic. He didn't do any. He froze. He literally froze. There's no threat there under any circumstances that says I need to use this level of violence for this level of force, right? I can even like give the cops like the context of like, Okay, you know what I'm saying? You tried to get him out the car because he was being combative. He slammed the car door. You don't know if he's going to take off or not, whatever case. You don't know what's in the car. Cool, whatever. You call for your backup. You had the numbers. You boxed the car in at that point,
Mm-hmm.
right? And everybody else is talking to him, whatever case. You're looking into what, like, there's no seemingly a threat
Consistent
there
threat.
that's significant enough for the level of force that you utilize. Like, you broke the glass, that should have got your frustration out. Then you punch cuz, and then it's like, oh yeah, well, why are we hemming you up? Maybe I'm just gonna punch you some more because you resisted. At that point, like, if you start talking about semantics, the resisting is on the other cops. There are so many bodies grabbing me that, of course, I can't do the put your hands behind the back, lay on your knee. Like, it's 6 of you niggas on me. I can't move my body nowhere. Right. And one of you is yelling over the others. Can't do any of that. But that's not resisting arrest. It's just, but if you've never been in that situation physically, then you might not know. But
your
it's
body
completely
naturally
excessive.
does
And
that.
I hope
To that very
hopefully,
point, yeah.
I was gonna say, hopefully he sues, because US Code 1983, the force has to be in line with the level of threat. It was clearly not in line. So hope he sues and wins.
To your point about them being pulled and stuff, your body in any scenario, doesn't matter if you playing sports, you trying to be physical or whatever the case may be, anytime something pulls against your body in the motion that you're trying to make it go, or anytime that it is jerked, your body naturally tenses. That's what it does, because there's you got counteracting muscles across the board, right? Just to balance it out. I would love to see an update to what the definition of tensing is and whether or not it's resistance, because initial tension should not be deemed as somebody trying to go against you or resisting per se, in the essence of you doing a detainment or an arrest. And tense is a very gray area, or sometimes specified as resisting in certain places. And because of that, it opens the door to further things like this. One, we get more clarity on clear excessiveness whenever you just remove the grayness of even tensing. Because yes, he's trying to stand up for himself. And there's no range on how to appropriately stand up for yourself before egos get blown out of the waters, and what's the definitions to that.
And beyond that, there's no real range of how to stand up to yourself to the police. As a person and as a black person, like just generally with the police and their power trips, but even more for us, it's like, how at any point, if I'm saying something against yes sir, no sir, and moving around, then it's like, oh, you're being combative.
If you've ever had your hands put behind your back by a police officer, it physically feels like someone's trying to rip your shoulder out of your socket.
Yep.
That's how it feels. Like that, like, and so, like,
if you've been in that situation, everyone that's been in that situation can tell you you're tensing even when you're trying to comply, because of the positioning of where they are and how it goes. And let you somewhat be athletic, like just, or have a little bit more of a build, or be just a bigger person. Let you somewhat not, because it's not even
that's when the guns come out.
You are
that's when the guns come out. And
you're
that
doing the, like, man, it's in.
So I wanted
the Pee Wee dance couldn't even get all the way as far back as they put you in the cuffs. And so I also want to add, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bringing the discussion to the full table, because the way that it was playing out online and even amongst the black community specifically, when context was added and how that context gets added, because that's why I asked you to play the video in that order. We got there was an uproar appropriately. And then when the body cam footage came out, they felt that there was more context to it. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to speak on everybody that just went hard left and started getting crazy with it, because it's still worth the conversation. It's not to be dismissed just because the body cam footage didn't have necessarily the same effect, but there were things in that body cam footage for this particular situation to have a conversation about. As y'all watch that, what does that mean in the grand scheme of things when you have things that are in play in context that could potentially sway how it plays out in real time versus us just watching it? And does that real time possibility move anything as somebody that's watching saying, yes, it is excessive, no, it's not, or he should have done this, that, and the third?
It doesn't move the excessive part for me.
Yeah.
But it does, it like in two sides. I'm not going to say the cop is justified for their frustration. What I am going to say is if I was trying to like, hey bro, yo, the cop is looking at likely, right? This is a routine stop.
Yep.
My nigga, you ain't have your headlights on, and I think you ain't have your seatbelt on. In likely in the cop's mind, this is a 15-minute.
I'm gonna be gone in 15 minutes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I might not even need to run your license and registration. Hey, bro, I'm pulling you over because, you know, your headlights are off. It's cloudy outside. You know, I just want to make sure you safe type beat. You could easily be like, oh, officer, I didn't know that was a thing, but I appreciate you looking after my safety. You could have added that. I appreciate you looking after my safety, and brother could have went home. Likely. Could have likely went home. Instead, you immediately call for a supervisor as if I've done something wrong to you.
Right there. I want to pause you right there. I think that because my next question is, well, my final question to this is, what can we do to kind of lessen some of these type of situations on our end? And which is obviously not me trying to pull any responsibility from the police and how they deal with citizens. What I'm saying is, for me, when I saw that video, I said, if that brother knew the law, this would have went a different way. This would have went a different way.
And that mindset leads to what the question I asked too.
So, because with that,
like going step by step, what could we have done to
prevent? So with that, for everybody that's watching, listening, if you are driving a vehicle and you get pulled over by the police, it is law for you to give them your license. Law. You have to identify yourself in that vehicle as whether you own the vehicle or not, whatever. But if you operating behind that vehicle and they pull you over, generally you have to give them your license. It's not really much to talk about from that point. Now,
can we
go ahead.
Just a little
bit? For sure.
But I want to say to Nick's point specifically, know where you are at, because some places do allow the leeway of they're supposed to give you reasonable and articulable suspicion. Before you have to present an ID, even driving. But understand, as we said earlier, there's no clarity on how you're allowed to stand up for your rights and how that person's going to feel in that moment. Even if you are correct, understand you are taking a risk doing so.
So with that, I say, even if you don't have to show them your license, the police don't know the law most of the time.
That part.
As well. So for me, what I've seen, most people, if you don't want to talk to the police, at the very least, you have your license in the window so they can read it and they can run it, and that's it. I'm not saying nothing. Windows up. Here's my L's. Do what you need to do. Keep it pushing.
Be careful with the window thing, because some big roll down the windows thinking that's
for sure.
Windows are why we're in this situation,
right? And yes, but facts actually, because this window don't work.
Hey, you want to know something different? Before I stop y'all, when it comes to knowing the law, I've been doing some research and everything too. The real reason we're here is because the cop didn't know the law.
Oh, he did. He didn't have to have his light on.
Check it out. Right. It is so crazy because you know how everything is textbook definition and semantics. That law is very semantics based. That law in Florida, the key word is during. You have to have your headlights on while it is raining, while it is foggy, or while there's like a fire, natural disaster. That's the law. It has to be going. You have to have your lights on during that activity. So this is the thing. It has to be raining
at the time.
So
he's saying it ain't raining, so I'm straight. Got you.
He is technically.
Right.
But so that's where the semantics go because this is how, and this is where
They're gonna
somebody would
argue the
throw it
fog
back.
part. Like
Well, guess
if
what?
it's, I can see them arguing the fog.
No,
Pete,
they're
but we ain't
arguing
even
the
gotta-
rain. No, wait. They're arguing
Yeah.
the rain part because this is the thing. The semantic part of it is during. If I stop you and it is raining and it literally stops 12 seconds afterwards, it was still during when I stopped you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's how they
When the
try to get
occurrence
semantic.
occurred. Yeah.
That's how they try to get.
I will say, just real quick, general rule of thumb. If you do not have your license together, your license paperwork, if you got weed in your pocket, if you are generally doing anything that you do not need the police in your business about, the last thing that you need to do is call for more of them to come to the scene. That's the only thing that's the only place I'm put a stick on, bro. Like, hey fam, if you didn't have your L's together, the last thing you needed to do was call for the supervisor. Like that's
I'm not arguing the law with you, and my law shit is not together.
Exactly.
I have
big dog, look.
been pulled over with a suspended license.
yeah.
As a citizen, as a black citizen who knows how shit can go with the police, my first thought is I need to be recording of some sort, or someone needs to be on the phone. Cool.
Yep.
Second thing is I need to be in my most calmest de-escalated state. The police are supposedly trained on de-escalation. That's great. Cool. Whatever case. I need to go home. I can't rely on police training to get me home. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm about to
Listen,
reach into my pocket and grab my wallet. I'm about to reach.
Hey, look, do you mind if I do this? Do you know what I'm saying? Because like the unfortunate part of the reality is that police look at themselves as a authority and enforcement too.
Yep.
If you respond in your words to that assumed authority, they will feel disarmed because you acknowledge the authority. The moment you start talking about some get your supervisor, that means it's like they teach you this in sales, but it's like you're telling me as a police officer that I don't fucking matter and that my authority here doesn't matter. You need someone above me. I'm pissed. Whatever goodwill we had is already off. And that again, I don't want anybody listening to this being like, oh, well, you copping a P for the police or whatever case or anything along those lines. The reality is that niggas is trying to get home.
And don't even take it
home.
Yeah, don't even take it as copping the plea, because we also know this is for those that listen. If you feel like that, man, reevaluate that ideology, because in general, we need to have this conversation.
Look, bro.
Not for you specifically, like for those that think like,
Yeah.
oh, you trying to excuse me, it's like, nah, because there's also certain understandings that we also should have, and we go about it. If you don't know the law, and that's a lot of us don't, please at least know not to antagonize it as you go. So if you left with a suspended license, handling that situation as you move along, as opposed to now escalating it in your way of like, try to work on your defense mechanism not being a little bit more jumpy, if you will. Because some of us get into that mode of like trying to, those kids that would try to avoid trouble by trying to get dad. Mom said this, but dad, wait, hold on. Like whatever the case, just breathe. There should be, anytime you're dealing with police, let them lead the situation. There's no point where you should put yourself in front of them. What I mean by that, if they ask you a question, answer that question. Don't get to telling the story, answer that question. Let them investigate. That's their job, right? As soon as he got pulled over, let him get to the window. Don't open the door. You should not be leading the interaction and let them be reactionary. Please. That's what I'm saying. On the other side too, like was it ever Bodega 1 and 2? Record immediately. Record immediately. If there's a request that I could put out to all of us, please get a dash camera that goes outside and have something set up to where you can record yourself inside, just specifically for these situations.
Yep.
What I can say, there are some police officers that do get bothered by it because they know.
Which is crazy because like you recording anyway.
Yeah, the one, no, not only that, the ones that usually get bothered are usually the ones that's probably, you feel me? Anytime, and this is even as of recent, anytime that I've been pulled over and it's clearly seen that I'm recording, they don't change their shift. And usually that is already setting the tone for both. This was as of even 3 weeks ago. Got pulled over for a taillight, similar to the gentleman's here. He, as soon as the officer came up, he saw my camera looking at him, and you see both of us. We cool. Let him lead the interaction, opening that door. If you know the window's broken, like Nick said, hold it up. But I think we have to understand, just do that specific thing.
Yeah.
Let them
And
lead.
I want to say this real quick too, because Bodega, to you, what you were saying, it's not even copping a plea, but this part here, we do want to say this to not dismiss accountability. A cop's job is to protect, to preserve, and to protect and to serve. So this
Yeah.
is one thing too. As a cop, you are a role model. You are an upstanding person. You have a role too. Your biggest role is to emotionally regulate your fucking self.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's why I would say not a cop and plea, but we understand with in that same scenario you explained about, oh, you now don't care about my authority. It ain't about your ego. It ain't
Yeah.
about it ain't about what you think about your authority.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, do what you're supposed to do is your job, because with that same cop in this whole scenario, it was an ego trip in that moment with that excessive
Yeah.
force.
Yep.
It was a moment of, oh, we finally got this door open. You slammed this door in my face. You've been telling me call my supervisor, call my supervisor. And then after you got him out, you punched him 2 more times because you were frustrated. You let a little of that steam off, and now you handled him aggressively with excessive force the entire scenario because of your emotional state in that.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it ain't your job to fix your emotional state to do the job, you're supposed to fix that before you engage.
Yeah.
And
You.
still on that, shout out to you, Bodega, for even saying it's still on that, clearly not copping a plea. And that's why I don't want us to think like that. I would rather you spend the block for your lawsuit with no bruises.
Yeah. That part. Because that's
Hold on,
yeah.
because they're trying to get us to be happy for just accepting the fact that we got to spin the block. Because a lot of times you're not here to
You
tell
don't
that
get
story.
to spin the block.
And so we can't just say, oh yeah, because there were some people that I saw say this. Well, at least it wasn't tasers or a gun this time. No, that's just as bad.
So
Don't settle.
yeah.
We're not settling. But on
Yeah.
the other side, why I say that is because there are benefits of knowing your area and knowing just a little bit to get you in the door on the law. Just at least know if your state's a stop and ID state.
Yeah.
Under the threat of arrest, I will now present you my ID. You're okay to ask a question. Let them lead. I'm asking a question. Not every state or county police department are required to even get supervisors. We need to know that. They don't have to. I don't see any laws anywhere, and I've done an extensive amount of research. That is a privilege at best, and don't expect the supervisor to be there with a cape for you.
Facts. They're cops too. Like they're all cops. That's the like that's I want to ask y'all. So he was charged with resisting without violence. Now, if they're found, like if the officers are found to have not violated policy, what precedent does that set for us? I
Same
mean,
old.
granted, we already know the precedent that's here.
Precedent doesn't change law. I'm sorry, policy doesn't change law. That's where we're at, period. Because your policy can say you don't have to do this and the third. And we've seen many a police department policy have nothing to do with the constitutional law, state law, city law. And
That's a
they
fact.
keep forgetting that. So you have to take into account, like y'all said earlier, they don't know the law either that they are supposed to protect and preserve. So their policy can say whatever it is. Our precedent is already at least of what the Constitution gives us. That's the precedent.
Got you.
Shouldn't move.
I'm with you. And I feel like, yeah, and we answered the second question already. So we've already done the counteracting to what we can do about it. Okay, cool. What's
With
up?
the walkthrough too, man. Seriously, for y'all, know if your place is a stop and ID state. Look, unfortunately, we just as a people overall, but more so with Black people, have to unfortunately accept that we might have to go through this arrest to get back for the spin on the legal part.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that's not a plea cop, but just make it to where you're still able to come home and see your folks. The
Do your
lawsuit's gonna
best.
be there. Like
Do your
let
best.
them lead
Because
the lawsuit. Let
yeah,
them lead the lawsuit, man.
because I do want, like, do what you can. Definitely do what you can to make the situation the best you can for yourself. But I do like not. I don't want to put it in the majority on you. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can do. Answer the questions they ask. Like, be polite to them folks. Like, it's some bullshit, but it is what it is. If that's what's gonna get you back to the crib, do your best to do that, because we do know at the end of this all, them folks determine if you can get back to the crib or not. And the government doesn't always make sure that they're held accountable for the times when you don't make it to the crib. So
Listen, if you disagree with these takes, that's your prerogative. That's your opinion. Congratulations. You can be a martyr if you want to. None of us is stopping you from doing that. If you feel like a crash out is justified, if you feel like, whatever the case, it shouldn't be, whatever the case, remember that you yourself can do the work necessary to make that case. But you got to stand on what you live. Everybody is very comfortable saying how they feel online and making these comments or whatever case, whatever. But like, you got to stand on what you say. You got to live what you say. And so, like, excessive force, we all agree here. Us talking about the police side, that's our personal opinions, whatever case. But like, if you feel differently,
yeah, like,
point me in direction of your movement. I'll be more than happy to pull up.
yeah, for sure. Because that's the only thing. We ain't prepared to go to war with these motherfuckers yet. So we can't afford to be losing some of y'all before we ready to go to war type shit. So just play it safe, man.
Some of y'all that are saying the crash out is necessary, please also remember there's some people that's in this group that you're trying to steer in a direction that don't want war in the first place. You're trying to lead some people that just want to be regular folks and just go home the same way everybody else does. They don't want to necessarily fight, but they don't want to deal with this either. Those folks exist. So at least if you're gonna crash out, can you crash out with us in a safe space? Like, we'll talk to you and then we can leave. Because I want you to crash. I would rather you crash out and get it
in
off
the
your
safety
chest
of the
with us than
crib.
try to crash out with those
out
that
there.
don't love you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's it. I'll bring in the comments. Hell, man, that's how I met Bodega.
Oh man. Okay, cool, good deal. So all right, that's that. Questions?
I have a question, and
question.
It's stupid, fun, whatever. From talking with the homies, backstory, talking to one of the older homies, close to 40. He been single for a long time, so and he been playing the field. That's the thing. He been playing the field, so he was talking about the whole settling down. He was with a woman, and so this is my question. I was thinking about it back then. Would you rather, and if you're a single person in relationship, and if you're a single person dating, would you rather be the person that settles in the relationship, or would you rather be the person that gets settled for? Because that came up in our conversation.
Neither. I wouldn't want to be either.
Choice is one of those.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be either of those
and that's the thing, is that you don't have a choice because you're in that predicament. Like, and we're saying because that predicament is you've been chronically single for so long, and now you're at the point where in your mind your clock is ticking. So it's
put
like,
up
hey, I need to get with somebody. I need to get married.
I mean, if that's the case,
Nick, hold on. I want to answer this in age order. Do we go youngest or oldest first?
You can go youngest. I'll go first. If that's the situation I'm forced to be in, I would want to be the person settled for. I'm not trying to settle for nobody.
Why do you want to be the person settled for? Like,
no. What are
the pros of being settled?
No. Actually, as I said it didn't make sense. So no, I want to be the person settling because I set the terms that I settled to.
Yeah, and that's mine. See, I would go next because I'm after Nick. That was my answer. It was, and again, mind you, this conversation is ego based.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. The
Yeah.
answer is in your ego, and that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
thing. Is my whole thing is no. I'm gonna be the one settling.
Set the terms.
Because
Yeah.
that means, oh, you want me more than I want you. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I still got the upper hand here. It's an ego trip. If I was in that predicament, I would want to be the person. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I didn't sing 10.
I'm gonna cool out with you.
I'm gonna cool out with you. When my boy Nick say, what twins say, I'm gonna cool out on
I'm
you.
gonna cool out with you.
You are the strongest link. Come here.
What you got, Ray?
I'd rather be settled for.
Talk to us.
There's a goal always being worked towards, and this is just more so knowing myself. If the questions you have to answer as the settler are harder than the question. I don't get those questions because you settle for me.
You can just make it up.
Yeah, you can, but you got to live with that, and we know our egos too. When you know,
if I'm
to
the
control versus what you could have got, that too is a settling of the ego.
Yeah, but if it's at the point of like I did my runaround and now I'm trying to like just cool out.
Yeah. Even the explanation, we could do it in our guy mind and be like, yeah, man, I already did that, so it's cool.
But
if
see,
I do this. That in itself is the ego speaking.
But see, that's why I wouldn't
ego in motion.
But that's why I wouldn't want to be the person that like got settled. Like I wouldn't want to be that. I wouldn't want to be the other person because
I'm the winner.
The reverse is going on. That means you're always on the chopping block.
Folks, go ahead, Bodega. Go ahead, Bodega.
I'm gonna argue this because I'd rather be settled for it. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
That's why I went age order.
I am.
That's why I went age order.
I think subjectively and objectively speaking, I consider myself a good man, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the reversal piece, right? As a man, if you settle for a woman, you always thinking that in the back of your mind, I can get a better shorty, right? I can get better shorty. She's gonna be just as good. She's gonna be better, whatever case. She might be better, whatever. She might cook better, whatever case, right? It's usually all upside. You're not thinking, oh, she's gonna rob me. She's gonna take advantage of it. It's not what you're thinking, right? But like as a woman, women have to weigh, okay, well, this is a good man. You know what I'm saying? All right, he check all the boxes. He a good man. I might be able to get a finer nigga, or I might be able to get a nigga with more money, or whatever case. But is he a good man?
Mm-hmm.
The toss up. We know how many of
it's a hell of a juggle.
It's a hell of a juggle. Do I risk this and risk going to get what it? You know what I'm saying? And like there's we can talk about patriarchy on like the next podcast, but like that's what it really get into because.
I love Bodega, bro.
Nigga might not be a good man. He might, as the women say, he might not be a generous man. That's what they've been saying lately. He might got more money and not be a generous man.
He's not kind. It costs to be kind for him.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think for me it's like if I'm the one I picked, like that's my ego in this situation. It's like I picked. Like I don't want to get to a point of being like. Later on in the joint be like, well, yeah, I had, but I just kind of locked it in, which is like, don't.
Wow. Hey, here's the wild part about all this. We're looking at the extremes for the word settled.
Facts.
We're looking
this is true.
Extreme.
This is very true.
Even because this is the thing. Look here. No, listen, because this is the wildest part about it. If you're engaged, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, you settled with that person. You did.
Look at you,
man.
No. I'm not even saying. No, I'm not saying it in a good way. I'm not saying it in like, yay. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying like, no, I'm not saying it. I'm saying it in the workaround. Like when we say it's an ego and pride thing, and we're going to the extremes of to say, hell no, I ain't selling because I want to be. No, because guess what? If you went through,
it's like once you get to whatever your joint is,
like when you went through 5 to 10 people, and you saying, you know what? Out of my list of scale to 100, this one hits 88. These hit 50. You a damn fool if you don't go for the person that 88% matched everything you wanted.
That's a
If you're
fact.
And that's what I mean when I say at the end of the day,
Ray
It's
is
a-
telling you that
You
unless
selling
your woman
regardless.
thinks like Ev, I promise you don't ever want to hear she's been settled for.
You would never
do it.
tell
but no,
them
you
this.
never would.
Don't do
No
it.
one, no.
You would never tell
do
them
it.
You would
this.
never. But no, and I'm saying that's the thinking part because this is the thing. If you are the person that got settled, you also have the other ramifications of the thinking of being on the chopping block. If you know that,
Tell your man stop thinking like that, man.
that's why that conversation came up because it was like, oh,
Tell your
I-
man.
I-
Tell
I
your
hope-
man to
I
enjoy the
mean,
vibe.
you ain't got to discuss that brother age, but like
they
it
were
sound
all
like
well in the conversation. It was both are late 30s.
Like that.
he need to grow up a bit. Is what it sounds like. He need to treat whoever the woman is.
I'll be honest. He didn't have that thought. It was something because it was all the homies. And
okay.
in the midst of bullshit, somebody threw out there, nigga, she
Mm.
rushing you, nigga. She gonna settle. Like it was in the midst of a bullshit joke. But me, I was like, wait a
Got
minute.
you.
That's a good question to ask.
I
Like, what would you
hope I'm
rather
speaking for the rest of my brothers when I say this, but like treat your partner like they are royalty. I'm not gonna add any pronouns. I'm not gonna add, you know what I'm saying? However you decide you want to get down is great. That's fantastic. I support you. But
Facts.
treat your partner like they royalty
No
at
questions
all
asked.
times.
Yeah.
Especially during the hard times. If y'all having a hard time, y'all having an argument, whatever the case, keep it in your mind that you love that person and that ultimately the argument is to get y'all on the same page. It's not to prove who's right, it's not to prove who's wrong, it's to get back on the same page so that you can get the makeup sex. You know what I'm saying? The makeup sex is great, it's fantastic. That's really where you want to be because you want to be laid up watching Netflix and eating together and all of that. So like treat your person like they're royalty. Remember that you love them and y'all want to be on the same page.
Yo, will you and your girl get back on track after the argument and put y'all show on for the
It's
first time
great.
again?
It's great. It's fantastic.
Because y'all not even about y'all probably not even gonna watch the show because y'all so happy now you back in the puppy love. The show watching you, the show watching you, dog, because you know it's about to happen.
You know what I'm saying? You get to telling her you love her, and she give you that look. It's cinema. It's a great time.
Y'all finna make
you
your own
slept
show.
in that day. You had shit to do that morning.
Man,
you slept in.
Now you sitting here like
it's Skinemax tonight.
You made me be mad at you.
Channel 49.
Like why you even make me be mad
Nothing can
at you
beat a
like
Jet
that?
2
You know what I'm
holiday
saying?
in this motherfucker.
The Jet 2 holiday. You damn right, Bodega. You damn right.
Oh man. All right. Is there any more questions? Do we got anything else?
Oh, I got one. I actually had one off of the makeup section. Is maintenance sex?
I've heard about this one.
Needed in a relationship.
Maintenance sex?
Absolutely.
Like y'all just it's not even necessarily does it have to have emotion? Y'all
yes, it's necessary.
The maintenance sex is actually the most important sex, actually.
There you go. There you go. Sometimes you just got to get that off.
You got to get that off. She's stressed, you stressed.
Because you got to think like it's after a certain amount of it's like what we doing here? Like why? Like it can't be. It's only an event when this is happening. Like we can't do that. That's crazy. Like once a quarter is crazy work. Like what?
Yeah.
Now wait. Well, now hold on, Ray. Let me ask you a question because I feel like I don't feel like that was what maintenance sex was described.
That's not what I was.
It's
asking.
not exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
What are we talking about?
Go ahead, Ray. What you talking about, brother?
Kind of like that sex is just like he's
robotic, just to go because the relationship rocky sex just to keep it just to say we had sex.
Hey, look, your woman is gonna ask you. Look, you want okay. If you won't touch your partner in a certain number of days, they gonna ask you if you still rocking with them.
Like you
if
good?
This is what you still want. Are you still attracted to me? Are you looking at other people? What's going on? Because you ain't touched me. You might be in the throes of depression in your head. You might be packed out. Let me tell you, I'm speaking from experience. You might be packed away, but you ain't hit that 5-day button. You ain't hit that little button in 5 days. Yeah. Hey,
and
what's going on here?
I think, honestly, Ray, I'll be real with you and tell me if I'm wrong. I think they were using the word maintenance to sweeten it up. Let's be real. I think they were saying
almost like sex. Correct the relationship.
They were saying
type
pity
sex.
It's pity sex. And
Pity?
that's why I think
example,
maintenance
it's like
was a
you
sweetener.
not even really in the mood, but sex should be almost a part of the relationship, and like just
Listen,
sex to
let me
maintain
let me tell
the
you,
relationship.
let me
Not
answer this.
relying on it.
Let me get this all the way out the way.
Wow.
Listen, if
Like the same way
you
you take out the trash with no emotion,
if you are
or
not in
even
the
possibly
mood,
not liking taking out the trash, but you know
listen,
it's a necessary
This
job.
brother said
Listen.
taking out the trash with no
right?
emotion.
Crazy,
What?
crazy
Is that
word.
not how they worded it?
Listen to
Is that
what
not how
I'm.
they
But it
worded
is though.
But
It
listen
is.
to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If you do not feel like having sex, don't.
Now,
I don't
feel
even.
like's turning to
I
2
don't
weeks.
listen. That's something you and your partner got to figure out.
They
But
can feel it in the strokes when you don't care.
they that like I just don't.
And that was what they were saying. Is
That's
that
the question.
type of sex? That was what they were
No,
saying.
that's not beneficial to the vibes.
It's not beneficial.
Because they saying like, hey, y'all rocky.
the question-
y'all rocky.
Yeah.
So,
and not
But
even
if we
said
rocky,
he's-
why would I be giving you half meat?
that was
Hey,
and that's
hey,
it was
some
weird to me,
that's
too.
the question
some
that they're
brothers
asking.
suffer
Is
from
that
ED,
would it be
you know?
beneficial? Is that necessary? Because you're
I mean, I
rocky,
think that
but
depends
you
on you.
know,
And some
that-
brothers suffer from ED.
I don't be in relationships where we be fucked up and then we fuck and then it's cool. That's not healthy.
That's ducking accountability on our
That's
part.
That's not healthy.
That's some ghetto
That's some
love
baby
stories.
boy shit. We not doing that. We not doing that. That's nah. I would say no. I don't
Pity
think so.
sex is haram. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're not in the mood to,
We gonna start a haram segment for you. We gonna start a haram segment for you for
And I
sure.
will say that question
Your cap
was
and your
very-
raps might be that was haram, actually.
Yeah, could be for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say that question, it was weird because I ain't gonna lie, because I was thinking about bringing that up, but it was like because the question came from women, but in my brain I was like, because like I said, when I heard maintenance and how they described it, I automatically put it with pity sex, and I'm like, that makes it so that's gonna ruin this. That's gonna ruin it even worse.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
That's gonna drive it.
I'm not trying to hit out of pity. That's
I'll
crazy.
put it this way:
So
nobody just wants sex. They don't want bad sex on top of it.
So are the women saying that they offering up consolation coochie? Is that what they saying?
and also expect you to give up consolation dick. Just because you upset doesn't mean that your duties are not being called to the table.
Yeah, this man said consolation coochie, dog.
Yeah.
We can end it there.
I don't want that. I don't want a double C coochie. I don't want that, please.
You don't want the Chanel? You don't want the Chanel?
No.
Nah?
That's exactly what they're doing. They saying
I want the I love you. I belong.
They saying they giving
I'm
you
devoted.
a spit starter.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what they doing.
We can't shame spit starters though.
They saying they intentionally giving you a spit starter.
Listen, the moment I feel like you not in it, like I'm a very much a give and receive. You know what I'm saying? We need to be at 100. If you was down there for 20 minutes, I'm trying to match you on a 20-25 tip. Know what I mean? The moment you say you're not really into it,
Is this brother marketing right? Are you marketing right now?
I don't want it. I don't want it. Please leave me alone. Don't give me consolation.
Before we get further into Bodega's fantasies, what's up, Ray? Oh,
I was gonna say, building off the question segment, what I'm putting out there for the pod, we gonna start doing. If we end the pod with questions, also do future questions. So I'm giving y'all a preview of what a topic that I feel like I shouldn't have to ask because it's gonna be a topic more than likely. I'm assuming my brother say yes, but future topic, future question I'm presenting is the conversation of what does it look like on the way that Black people apply obedience to accountability based off the traumas that we had.
Obedience to accountability.
That might be a one-off.
Sex question.
Yeah, that's a one-off.
I thought you were going.
No, I'm not going. No,
you know what I'm saying?
You reach levels of nasty because I know they were always saying I go far out there. I realize it's like I respect your work. I wasn't there today, but just know I took notes throughout this pod. Like I know where my range is that I could jump.
I was about to say what this
and
brother getting into because
I didn't know where we was going.
He talking about obedience. What is 50 Shades of Ray?
There's gonna be a couple episodes, Bodega. I'm gonna be out there with you. Just know I saw your game today.
What are we doing?
I saw your game tape in real motion.
He's still going.
50 Shades of Ray.
He's still going.
Congratulations,
where you're going, bro.
Ev. You just
He's
named
going.
the podcast, brother. Congratulations.
I see where y'all going.
Oh, all right. So, family.
50 Shades of Ray after we had a police excessive force conversation is
Listen,
hey.
listen.
See,
BDSM,
Ed
that
be
was you
shooting
got-
at
you-
me
you
in
brought
ways.
the obedience
Ed be shooting at me
shit
in
in.
ways that try to
You
get me
brought
hemmed
the
up like in
obedience
real
shit
life.
in.
bro.
You really trying to make it home
Time.
tonight.
This is the second time Ed done tried
You
to
trying
put
to
me
make it to
in
that
some-
home
in
tonight,
the
brother.
line of sight of bullets that didn't have my name. Like he had
What type
nothing
of
to
bullets
do
you
with me,
liking?
bro.
Make
said-
it
That's
home so
insane,
you can give your woman that 50 shades. You know what I'm saying?
That's
All right. So,
No shots.
family,
No shots. No
family, we appreciate y'all as always. This is
Hey, I'm glad you fucking heard that.
if we going
so
50
glad
Shades
you
of Ray,
heard
you know
me.
there's
Make
gonna
it
be
home
bad.
so you give her the 50 shades. You know what I'm saying? You need it.
We didn't even get to Shade 3 before the back shots happened. Bro.
Listen.
all right. Listen. All right. This has been another episode of the Keep It Clean podcast.
Sorry for the dirty segment.
Our episodes drop every Tuesday. Our one-offs will be dropping on Fridays, along with sports shows if we do them. It's not guaranteed. So this is just letting y'all know right now. This ain't the Joe Budden podcast, all right?
Keeping it clean.
Yeah, some weeks you gonna get two, some weeks you gonna get one. Some weeks you might not get nothing. It just depends on what's going on.
Yeah, and to add to what my brother is explaining to y'all, my co-host over here, the mantra is being accepted from this point forward. We got brothers like Bodega, Rudy, Smith, Jamel. We seen all the homies come up, and we got more coming up. The mantra from here on out, now that you let us get in motion, is may the bridges I burn light the way. That's where we at now. May the bridges I burn light the way. This is inspired with the work that Nick and I been putting in. I had this customized.
And our brother Rose is not. Our brother Rose is not here today, but I will say because
steroid testing, he's injured.
you know, HGH, all that. You know, we had to sideline Cuz for a second.
He was juicing a little bit, so you know.
Hulk Hogan died. He had to. You know what? I'm proud of us. I'm proud. I'm proud as fuck of us.
Thank you.
Okay, because hey, real quick. Solo part 2. Hulk Hogan, fuck you,
brother.
You heard, brother? Yeah. How about that? The hell?
It's
I don't
hot
give a
down
damn
there,
if
brother.
you what, bro? I hope you down there getting haunted by the boogeyman.
Ooh, boy.
And not the real boogeyman, the wrestling boogeyman, the WWE boogeyman with the worms. I'm talking about him.
Chill. He alive. Chill.
No, I'm not saying he in hell. I'm saying I hope the thought of that is just running through your head every day, just boogie all day long. Yeah, man. I just had to say that because yeah, bro, you as a racist, it's the same. Like you, General E. Lee, all of y'all, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's that. That's how I keep it clean. You know what I mean?
I gave flowers to, may he rest, Chuck Mangione laughing at the Hulk at the same time, just to smooth jazz in the background, man. You know, because it was a peaceful day as you Hulkamania leg dropped your way down there to where you belong, man.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, the only Ozzy Osbourne anything that we appreciate is Bone Crusher.
Shout out to the sample.
That's all we got. That's it.
Shout out to the sample.
Outside of that, you was a IDF supporting. So, with that said, and let that be the like record here of like in life and in death. If you in your life are a piece of shit, we don't owe you flowers.
It's free to be kind.
There you go.
So I just want y'all to know.
There you go.
Y'all went from 50 Shades of Ray to getting woke in the end of the podcast. Like I just love the transition. We have range.
We can flip it back real quick. We can flip it back real
range, bro.
Black people are not a monolith. We not a monolith, man. We can do all of this. It's you know what I'm saying? We started this on music. We ended this on Hulk Hogan. Coming off of relationships, coming off of police brutality. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? But y'all catch up when y'all catch up, man. Keep it clean podcast. Keep it a buck. Keep it a beat. Keep it clean. My brother Bodega, we appreciate you. We are blessed to have you on with us. Ev, love you as always. My boy Ray, We appreciate you, gang. You out here. We out here. Our brother
One
Rose.
off's coming soon.
Yeah, Ray and Bodega, they gonna lock in for y'all on the one-offs.
Anime
For all the
coming soon.
black
got a
folks that
monologue.
like anime, that's for
Be
y'all.
inclusive.
That's for
Yeah,
y'all.
keep it clean, multiverse.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
Ooh.
That's the play.
Ooh.
That's the play. You see. But yeah, man, we out of here. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next time. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean, keep it clean. We out.